Hello, welcome to the Heart's Frontier. I'm Kate, and if you are here for the first time, then welcome, welcome. Make sure you like and subscribe if you do like the video so that you'll see more, and hit the notification bell so that you can keep up with things. So if you've subscribed but you don't have the notification bell on, you might not be notified of all the videos that I do, and I do a lot. So there's lots there for you to check out. It's been so fun doing this YouTube channel so far, and I just can't wait to see where things go. I'm really excited. I think this year is going to be really fun. So, this is a love reading. This is going to be love or soulmate, your person. I don't believe this is like twin flame specific, but at the same time, it could be, right? So take what resonates. Really, if you're ever listening to twin flame readings or love slash soulmate, and like the names, to be honest, I'm not really into the labels being so specific. I think I'm just going to start calling them love readings and leave them as that. And then I might sometimes talk about masculine versus feminine energy as it relates to your situation or you and what might be going on. Because you can always read it that way. Even if you don't have a person, you can read it as your divine counterpart, whoever that may be to you, just to let you know. And yeah, but this one I'm actually really feeling is more like your person. So just more general statement, kind of all over love reading. Okay. So when I was shuffling the cards here, it was like really, really positive, and that's why I just really didn't feel a lot of conflict or tension. And usually that's indicative of a twin flame separation kind of thing. So here we have new moon and promise. So it feels like there's going to be some sort of step that you take together coming up soon. And so your person is like really, really looking forward to this advancement in your dynamic. And that advancement could look like it doesn't always need to be the next level step. Sometimes that person is like thinking about a couple steps. And so in this way, it could be I just got this vision of someone, you, the person listening to this, thinking, oh, the next step might be, meeting friends or family or something. And they're going, like thinking about engagement or something. And they're maybe not bringing it into the seriousness of right now, but that's where their head is at. So that's really sweet. So it feels like your person and you probably are also sort of seeing the future and sort of feeling as though there is maybe like maybe a clear path. It feels like a very unblocked, like this is a really, really clear energy right now. Another one we have is rainbow and blessings. And to be honest, this is like such a positive reading that it's almost confusing for me. I go, well, who needs this support? Maybe you just need to know this is like really good. Whatever you're in here, this, just maybe it's working for you. Okay, yeah, rebirth and new beginnings. So it feels like both parties in this situation, whoever this resonates with, both parties recently were in more of like a period of feels like cleaning up a lot in your life. Like it feels like both sides were in this tying up, I don't know, maybe tying up loose ends, or there was like a lot of pain maybe from the past, and so much of the stuff has been cleared out of the way at this point. So much of the pain of the past has been cleared out of the way that this new beginning and rebirth is here and arrived. So that also might be in the form of a new person, if that is your current journey. I can also feel like there is someone like seriously thinking about engagement in this reading as well. And then I'm seeing ceremony and invocation as our last card, right? So we have new moon and promise, we have rainbow blessings, and then ceremony invocation. So I would not be surprised if someone gets proposed to this week. Or, when you see this video, you might be on your way to getting proposed to. That's just really, really positively what this energy feels like. Another note here is daffodil is narcissus, and narcissism and narcissists. It does feel like your person has been very self-involved as of late, and that may be part of the rebirth. That may be part of this new beginning. It might be part of new identity, but it also feels like on your side, whoever's watching this, that you've also had a new identity that's come up. Some sort of, or a change in values. It also feels like a change in values. So it may be that this is now on your sights. You're wanting like this engagement that is maybe on the way, or if it's further back, maybe in a connection, as far as, you know, you're not at that place yet, then it may be simply deepening. So what your next level of intimacy would be, in just sharing life together, however, maybe planning to move in, or, you know, whatever other kind of step that might be. You'll take it as it resonates. Then we also have in the Botanical Inspirations deck, Iris, which is interesting because it's rainbows and messages, and it fell on top of the rainbows card. So rainbows and rainbows, maybe that's also something you're going to see as a sign coming up in the future. And as I'm thinking about rainbows, I'm really fascinated by the idea that rainbows have this entire spectrum of color. And so it does feel like there's a message in here about seeing the entire full technicolor spectrum of your dynamic. So it may be that you've been hyper focusing on some aspects of the relationship, and so you're being asked to widen your view so that you can actually see the rainbow, right? If you're looking too closely, you're not going to be looking up and seeing it. So that's maybe what it feels like as well. And so if you have your blinders on, or if you're really, you know, focused or stressed while driving, you maybe wouldn't notice, you know, you're passing by that rainbow, and that's also what it's indicating. So definitely about keeping a lightness and a light energy around yourself. This invocation also feels like it could be related to prayers. So it feels like you might have actually been like manifesting or creating, or wishing, hoping for, praying or dreaming for this dynamic to come in, or this shift to come in within your dynamic. So that's so lovely. That's so awesome. I just feel like I need to celebrate this pile. There's not like, I'm not doing like course correcting here. It feels like just reminding you to enjoy this good thing. Yeah, okay. So if you've been in this state of, you know, you're in this rebirth or new beginning phase, it feels like on your side, the person listening to this, you might have gone through quite a bit recently, and maybe for a long time. Like maybe you're just, it feels like someone is sitting there sort of processing many years of life. And so you're sort of doing almost like a 7-year recollection of the last like chapter, and figuring out who you are and who you want to be in this next chapter. It feels like a closing and then opening of a time right now. And that may be for the next few weeks. I do feel like it just sort of started recently. So maybe for the next few weeks, we're sort of ushering in a new chapter, a new phase. And it makes a lot of sense, really, because, yeah, we're just in this Aries season. So the start of the zodiac, and right, we're sort of in a cycle of action and identity, identifying and being up in the head as well. So rest and relaxation is essential. That is definitely what I'm feeling for you, the person watching this. So it says, we all have fundamental need to take a break. If you don't have a break planned for yourself, it might be a good idea, because it feels like you're going to need to stop and pause and absorb what is currently happening. It's almost sometimes just as bad, you know, when things are tough in life, and, you know, you just say, I'm just going to get through this month or whatever. People say that, right? If things are really tough at their job or whatever, and then they just say, I'm just gonna have to get through this month. And instead of saying, I'm going to figure out how I'm going to manage this month so that it doesn't feel that way, we just sort of write off the time and say, it's just going to be what it is. In that way, you're blocking potential happiness, because you're basically just writing it off before you've given it the opportunity, or before you've done the work to try and accept more in. And I know sometimes it's easier said than done, so I get that. But yeah, it feels like this message is important for someone to hear, that if you have not taken a break, you may not be absorbing the good things. And so now that things are good, you might not feel like you need to take a break, but that's exactly why, no matter what experiences you're having in life, you need to pause and absorb and integrate them in order to grow from them truly, and to learn from them. Because when we're rushing through thing to thing to thing to thing, We're playing a lot more outside of ourselves, and then we blame our external circumstances a lot more. But doing this kind of practice, obviously, you'd be guided more in towards your own reflection, and it helps you really assess things from a much more realistic standpoint because it's internal, and you have ability to shift and change and control that. Okay, so in this shared kind of connection between the two of you and your person, or this new love, it says choose love. It says you always have choice, make yours with love. So yeah, promise and choice, right? Coming up in this shared energy, which is really interesting. Um, yeah, it feels as though I definitely just got like a nervous tingle here. So there there may be, it feels like on the other side, like your person may be quite tense about asking a question or about deepening like this next step, whatever this promise is in their minds and then also in your minds. I don't know. It feels very interesting. Feels like yeah, it feels like there's going to be some gravity or weight to this choice, that it might not be as clear cut. So it's funny that everything does feel really, really positive here, but it does feel like there's something that's not going to be so clear cut about making the decision. Yeah, and it may just be to, because you need to do some more energetic clearing. It may just be like not the right time, or it may be that your person is asking for this because they're thinking that would help them with something they're going through, but it may not feel like the right for you. It's very like it doesn't feel like this is going to be dramatic or that this is going to be a rejection, but it feels like whenever this promise comes up, there's positivity, but this you, the person reading, is in need of time to absorb, and that, take a break, relax. And then the person is, sent then on their own journey. It's, I don't know. It's funny. It feels like the person then will get sent on their own journey to sort of build their confidence or esteem in a way where then they're not needing that deepening of your relationship. They're not needing that promise. But yeah, let's see what the romance angels have to say. Romantic feelings. It's just like very, very sweet and positive. It says your feelings are real and worth exploring. So this may be about the hesitation piece that is coming up there, about the like that next step or that next chapter. So sort of a validation. This really feels like a validating the current love. So if you were drawn to this pile, just be aware that this is a validation that this is going right. And if this doesn't resonate with you, then it wasn't your reading, right? And you can always go and choose a pick a card, or you can choose any other reading. Absolutely. They're timeless. So anyways, moving on. It also says calling in your soulmate, and this happened to pop up on top of the invocation, the ceremony card. So when we think about invoking or drawing in our soulmate, that's like this same energy of like ceremony and sort of wanting that to come towards you. So this feels like your person was doing that. And I will say, not everybody does ceremony in like a pointed way. There are ways that we can call in or invoke things just by putting pure thought out there, or by doing good in the world, right? Because when we do good, then good comes back to us. And I would say love is good. And so then love can come back. It may be that this person has really been focusing on being more loving and dreaming about like you or a dynamic like that. And so that's brought you closer together, is actually, and that's being like brought special attention to. Like you're really supposed to know this at this time, that that person is really calling you in. So that's why you can feel safe, I guess, in that energy. And then there's engagement, which happened on top of promise. Honestly, please like comment or message me if you get engaged too after like close to or after watching this and you like think of it, because that would be so exciting. And it says your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So that's what I mean, that really it could be, a variety of things that actually the commitment is. Okay, we're going to do this rapid fire because 4 came out, but I'm feeling like I'm supposed to take them. So this is, what are the angels helping you with? What are you going to need in order to embrace this good stuff that's happening to you? How can you absorb without it, exhausting you? And how can this person maybe feel like they're free to focus on the last of that calling in that they need to do? Feels like almost you may be in each other's lives, or you may be just both thinking about that kind of next step, but they're really, really focusing on calling it in, but they need a little bit more time to manifest and create that before the offer comes. So it says listening. Yeah, this may be, I feel this is you, the person listening to this right now. You are actually being asked to listen to your person, however they will choose to communicate. So listening and really taking in, because it feels as though when you've been in this time of maybe not having the space, now if you have the space, then definitely use it to your advantage and hold it open for your person. And this is focus. So I actually feel like you're going to be losing focus. I feel like the focus here is off of what you used to focus on when it came to this connection, or your journey in general. I'm also just really drawn to the fact that they're doing something with flowers, maybe creating a bouquet or wreath, but it feels like maybe tying herbs together. It feels as though you might be drawn to flowers as they relate to healing. That's just something that I was intuitively getting from there. So maybe that's to help you with focus as well. You can use rosemary or bay. They're really good for helping focus, and any citruses really, because citrus lifts the mood, so helps you be more alert. Then we have intention. This feels like on both sides, there is a figuring out individual intention, and just to know that you're being divinely guided, and whatever, you're whatever you would like to explore. But it does feel like there is a shared energy and connection here, which is very sweet. And then we have soulmate. So this may be a faded connection, because that was how we ended. And I feel like there's not a lot to say about that, honestly. So let me know if this resonated with you. I am cheering on your love, because it seems as though this is, a faded connection, and that there is that deepening that's going to happen soon. So yeah, that's awesome. I have like so little else to say. If you are looking for any further support that is personal to you, or if you are looking for any other energetic support to help you stay aligned on this path, and really feeling like yourself, so that you can move forward into deeper love within yourself, either through your partnership or not, please feel free to reach out to me. I do love readings, but I also do a lot of other things like shamanic journeying, and I do aromatherapy consultations as well. If the floral healing piece stood out to you, I'd be happy to help you with setting up with aromatherapy in your life, and trying to heal through whatever it is you're going through. Just here to support you. So if you have any interest in that, of course, you can check the links below. And until next time, we'll see you soon.